Yeah, so let me
Okay.
go back in there.
Okay.
I did this. I just
Okay.
did first line,
And
column
then
1 space, column 2 space, column 3, okay?
how did you write all of that and did you copy and paste? You
Copy.
wrote all of that.
Yeah.
You wrote all.
No,
Okay.
no,
Thank you.
I didn't write all of them. Copy it. You go in,
Oh,
once you did the first column, first line,
yeah.
you escape it and then make sure the cursor is there and then you push YY. This
Oh
option.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
YY and
Yeah.
then just push, press and hold P for several seconds so that it copies so
Yeah.
many
Okay.
lines.
Um,
Okay, right here. P.
so it's when I'm saying doing YY, so it's just writing that YY. Why is that?
No, no, it's copying in the clipboard. It's copying to the memory.
But I can see that YY on the screen.
No, yeah, push the escape key out of it.
Ah, okay, escape key. Okay, and then YY.
Yeah,
And then just P,
yeah,
push.
push P couple
Oh,
times.
got it, got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So go through this VI editor here, and you will get a good hang of it. Okay. So all these are the commands how you could manipulate this here. You could see how fast you could go move through all this VI editor and all. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is let's run the cut command here. So I'm going to save and exit. And how the cut commands work is I'm going to say cut -d. It's for delimiter, okay? And then when I go colon 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 space colon, okay? And then I go to -f file 3. Okay, sorry, F2, field 2. Okay, so what happened here is this command, the cut command, it went in this and then it looked for field 2. This is a field 2 and then grab entire field 2 here. Okay, it ignored this and it ignored this. So what is the delimiter? In here the delimiter is, this is the delimiter here, the space. Let me tell you what delimiters are. Delimiters are space, colon, semicolon, which is this, okay, comma, which is this, and as you determine. What a delimiter could be, okay? Space is just a space, colon is this colon, okay? So we'll take a look here. So what it's doing is the cut command is looking wherever the space is starting and wherever the space is starting again, it will look through that. Okay, if the space is starting, so it will start from here and grab column 2. So how we know it's column 2, we are telling it. We are telling the command cut and we are providing the delimiter. In this case, we are providing the delimiter as a space. Hold on. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the cut command. Cut command is going to read through the file here. Okay? And in their file, you're providing a delimiter. What is the delimiter in here? In here, delimiter is a space. Okay, so you put the delimiter in commas. I mean, quote, double quotes. Okay, then -F2, that means field 2. So this is field 2. From top to bottom, field 2. Column 2 is field 2. And then you're giving the name of the file. Which file is this? File 3. usually you will get this, you will use this if you have something that comes up like this, okay, and it gives you the output. Let's see if we do F3 here, it brings in the column 3. Okay, so delimiter uses the characters. It uses a delimiter characters. This might be confusing here, so let me just put down like this, okay? Colon, semicolon, colon, comma, space, comma, period, question mark. All these are, it could be signs of delimiter here, okay? Okay, so in here, let me run this here and see what happens. So I'm putting in pipe here. So pipe in here pipe doesn't exist, right? So that's why it's not bringing out anything here. So let's create file 4. File 4. Okay, so I'm going to go column 1, semicolon, column 2, semicolon, column 3, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the command cut -d, and then I want to provide the delimiter here. What is the delimiter I'm going to provide here? Anybody?
Semicolon?
Yeah, semicolon. Very good. So it is, delimiter is, it's going through the file and it's looking for, okay, this is where I need to cut the file, and from here to for next delimiter. So whatever in that between these two semicolons, grab that. So it's going to grab it for you. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. I need to copy this. Okay, and then let's run the command cut. So I cut the command. Okay, is that clear enough here? Now you get the idea, right? Whatever the file is, then you just go through all that here, okay? Alright, so there is another command called awk. So the command is available. So you don't have to do that much hassle here. So what you have to do is awk command, you just have to give the field name. Awk. Okay. Work as cut command, but efficient. And let's see here. What you're going to do is awk. Then all you have to do is print. You have to go into curly brackets. This is the formula here. Print $1, $1, comma $3. And then you give the name of the file. File 3. So it brought out column 1 and column 2. If you just want like column 1, if you just want column 2, like if you want to mimic what we did before, that's it. It brings up the column 2. Okay. It is sensing the space. Let's do it to 5 here, column 4, file 4. Okay, so this, in this scenario, it's not going to work here because there is no space here in column 4, so it's getting a blank. So it works more with wherever you have a space there. Okay, use a space as delimiter. Okay, so now there is a command that only works with the find command. It's called execute -exec. Okay, this command okay, this command only works with find command. Okay, so how is this gonna work? Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna clear this, and I'm gonna there is nothing in here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the find command, find, and then I'm gonna run it in the root -name What is it for find command? Is it hyphen name if you're using a name? Anybody? Hyphen name, yeah. And then messages. So what it does is it just finds the command here. But what I want to do is I want to find it, and then at the same time I want to copy this here. Okay? So here's the formula here. CP. Actually this is how the execute command works. Okay? I'll show you, then we'll work on it, okay? So I'm gonna give hyphen execute. It's telling you to execute the command. Which command I'm asking you? I'm asking CP command, and then you have to do curly brackets and then a period slash colon semicolon. Okay, this is the formula for the execute command. So what I'm going to do is what will happen here? When I run this command, what is it going to do? I'm telling you to execute the copy command, and then it has some. This is how you have to do curly brackets, and then what does the period means?
Copy here.
Yeah, very good. So why do we have to do this here instead of copy command here? Because sometimes you could do the find command in using the execute command here. So this is execute. What is it telling? After you've done the find command, execute the result, copy, and then in the blank curly brackets, what it's going to do is going to copy over the is going to put the result of a find command. So it's going to do it automatically. So now this becomes a CP messages, and over here is going to copy here. Okay, so let's see ls. So we have a file name messages copied here. So let's see here. Instead of doing that, we could do copy. Instead of copy, let me do MV, and then let me give the name. I want to give the name of the message X messages, and then is gonna rename, is gonna whatever this output would be, it will be thrown in here. Then the execute command will run MV, and then whatever that name it would be here. So it would be X messages. So it's going to rename to it would be messages in here. So this part will come in here. The output is going to be messages, and then it's going to give the move command X messages dot X dot messages. All right, so let's see if it's going to work. Stat X messages, no such file. Okay, so in this scenario, if you kind of get stuck here, so what you have to do is you have to put in Google here. Most of the time I use this command only for copy it here, but I thought you could definitely use this for anything. uh, what do I have to do is I have to give this here, I think. Yeah. This part. Okay, come on, come on. Okay. All right. So let's see here if I could find no man hyphen ex ec. Let's see, man exec. Okay. Execute file bind bg, list the name of the read lines. You know what, let's keep this here. Let's keep this as use this only for copy command here. Those are the advanced ones. We're not worried about this here. Even myself, I'm using this only for copying using the copy command. Okay, so anytime you use that as a copy command, it should just work fine. Name. So let me clear this. Copy. It's not there. you know what happened? The messages, I think when I run this command here, move, the messages file got renamed in the messages folder here. So cd space var log. The file doesn't exist there. What about X messages? The file is gone from here. So yeah, that's another example here. You got to be careful how you run the command here, okay? So the file is gone from here, so I'm not worried about that. Let's see here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cd slash var log, and then I'm gonna create touch messages. So demonstration purpose, I'm gonna run this command, and then I'm gonna copy this command, and I'm gonna run it, and I'm gonna ls. So the file is here, okay? Okay. All right, give me one moment here. I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, I'm back here. Can you hear me? Good. Okay, so the next command is we're going to learn alias. So what this command does is you could create a shortcut. Shortcut for the commands you're using. Actually, you could create your own command. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna do this. Let me clear this. If you're running a command here, right? You're running a command ls pwd. So what you could do is ls semicolon pwd, right? You could do this and it will run it for you. Or pwd semicolon ls hyphen l. When you run this, it is running it for you, right? So you don't want to type this all the time here. So what you could do is you could do alias, okay, alias, then what you could do is you have to give the name here. Okay, so I'm going to see com1 and equal, and then I'm going to put in here the, in quotes, I'm going to put in the commands I want to run here. And remove the space and hit enter. So what do you think what happened here? So this com1 has become a command here, and it's going to run these commands here. So if you type com1, it's going to run those commands for you. Okay, so what you could do is you could save hundreds of these for yourself when you're going to use this. Okay, so to see all the aliases here, you type alias. Okay, and then these are all the aliases here. These are built-in aliases. Actually, copy command is also alias. It's doing cp-i in the background. ls-dot is actually doing this, all these commands for you. ll move is actually -i rm. But here is your command here. Okay, so if you want to remove the command, you type unalias and com1. So that command will be gone. So if you do alias, that command is gone here, okay? So it's a really nice feature you have. And you could imagine you could put whatever commands you want in here, right? You guys could still hear me, can you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was getting worried here as there was no noise coming out, so. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pause for a minute here and then take any questions, and let me know if you are stuck somewhere.
I have a small question. I remember seeing in one of the notes that, like for example, you use a semicolon for separating two commands here. There was a pipe as well. So is these like we can use pipe or semicolon to use more than one command in a line?
So you use pipe to filter out through the output of that first command. Let's go back up here to that command here. Where is pipe? Okay, pipe. Okay, use this for multiple commands. Okay, so this is a primary command, and then the secondary command is whatever is going to run. Primary command is here. So primary command is ls-l. Okay, this is the output. Now the second command is only restricted to search through this output here. So if you do ls-l and then pipe, and then in here you could do ls messages. Okay, or anything that starts with, let's do ls then asterisk. So what happened here is all this, it went through the output here, and out of that output is gonna we done the ls command here just to look for the files here. So in here is looking for only these files here. Or if you do without this, it probably will get this output with everything in there.
Okay, so it's the secondary command is getting the input from the primary command. So let's say, as in the example, there is a third command as well. So third command is getting the input from both the first commands, isn't it?
Yeah. The third command is dependent on, is restricted only here. Okay. So when you do the third command, when you do a third command here and you do pipe again, and then you do ls, let's see, ls 3, and see what happens here. Oh no, that doesn't work. So ls that starts with m. Okay, so m in this scenario here, the output with anything that starts with file f, and there is no m in there, so it's not giving you anything there. Okay, so it's filtering out. First command is there, and then out of that first, we are searching through only the output of the command, and the third command would be the output of the second command.
Okay, and with semicolon, the both the commands or three commands are running independently.
Independently, very good, very good. You got it, man. I think I should have mentioned in here. I think did I show that already, that running multiple commands? Actually, I want to hold off showing multiple commands simultaneously. That would be part of bash scripting. But I have to talk about it a little bit at least. Okay. So let's see. Just leave this at this moment here, and then we could follow along, or we could catch up when we do scripting. Okay. You could definitely have more than 3, 4, 5 commands here. Let's do ls hyphen l and then semicolon pwd semicolon who semicolon uptime semicolon, and then you could do cp var log messages, and I'm going to run this command here, right? See how many commands I'm running here. All these are independent commands here. So it ran through all that here, and then it's telling me, do you want to override it? So yeah, definitely all these commands are independent command here. So it ran ls-l. This is ls-l. Okay, pwd. This is pwd. Who and who is logged in. We talked about the who command. And then uptime, the server uptime. Okay, and then we ran the cp command here. I copied a file from that folder in here. So all the commands are working independently. Okay, very good. That was a very good question. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. So let me just put this as a multiple commands here. So while I'm doing this, anybody had a chance to start working, creating a new email? I want you guys to create a new email address in the format I sent you. And don't use that email address until we are ready to start marketing here. We'll start the marketing in like end of 4th month, beginning of 5th month. Okay, that way you will be pretty good ready. And we just be finishing off some extra stuff. So anybody have any question about the document I sent you in WhatsApp? How you would create the email address? Did everybody saw that email, the message though?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. So did you see the benefit of creating a new email address, and then we're going to be using that to market to get the job, okay? So I'm expecting there should be a lot of jobs opening up by the time this class is over in October. So we could start marketing. So start of September we could start marketing, okay? So maybe this week, end of this week, create the email and send me the document, and create a blank Word document, okay? So open up a Word document, and then in there start typing in the bullet points here. On the top here, put your name and then the format I sent you in the document, and then put a line there, and then bottom here start putting in like what you have learned, like basic commands, okay, and then use this master document to come up with what you should put down the bullet lines. Okay, I want to see how you are grasping all this here and how you are putting that in the paper. Don't worry, I'm going to help you from end to end. Those will be a one-on-one sessions here. When we finalize your resume, then we'll finalize the resume one-on-one, and nobody else would get to see it. And also, don't use your don't share your resume with anybody else. Okay, so your resume is between you and employer, what you're putting down. Even on the job, if somebody asks you, or if your coworker is asking you for a resume, never share the resume, okay? You just don't give the resume out. Okay, so what you could put down here is basic commands such as pwd, remove, cp, performed, file edit using vi editor. Okay, like this, I want you to come up with all the text or all the bullet points you could think of, and then start emailing it to me from that new email address. To the email address, I put that in there. In the document, I put down linux.zmprotech.com. Email from that, the new email address to me from there, okay? All right, go ahead and please do this week, because it's going to be really good for yourself here. If you don't get the email address you're looking for, side text me before you really sign up. Then I'll tell you what kind of email address you should look for. The reason I want you to have like a small email address is it will be really good for the employer to, instead of typing your full name and everything, a lot of times it gets confused. All they have to do is just put your initial and then 01 or whatever, and it would be just easier for the employers when they are starting to communicate with you regarding a job, okay? It's just easier. Okay, so we are end of the commands here. Okay, so there is one more command. There is one more command called echo. So what echo does is it will just repeat the whatever you have typed on the screen here, echo, and then if you hit enter, it's the line, the output is nothing here, because it's not echoing anything what you have typed there. So if you type echo Zafar, so it's going to bring up Zafar here. If you type echo, this is Linux course, it will bring that back to you. So if you have like thousands of lines here, usually you put it in quote here, echo. Usually you put it in quote, this is Linux course. Okay, and it's showing up on the output as on the display screen here. What if you do this like this here? What is going to happen? What will happen if I do this? Come on, it's easy.
This will copy this line into create a file Linux one and copy in there.
Very good. Do I get to see on the screen display at all or no?
No.
No, yep. The output is going to be redirected. That's the term I'm looking for. Greater than sign is a redirect. So the file Linux one didn't exist, so it exists now. And then I could do cat Linux one, and the file is in there, okay? Very good. Okay, I'll show you what this means here later on, but this is what you deal with this. Okay, so you type echo and hit enter, there is nothing there, so it didn't show anything. And you get the idea here. You could also definitely redirect here, okay? Alright, so what else? Okay, did I talk about dev null / dev null, right? Okay, so it's there, but let me talk about it officially here. So if you have some text which is getting displayed here, usually you use this with a redirector code to greater than sign. Okay, so let's see here /dev /null. Okay, so what is this? This is considered a device. So it's a built-in black hole in a Linux system. And this is primarily used for filtering out error messages, right? And when this happens, nothing is saved. Saved in this device, and data cannot be recovered. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna clear this. For example, I'm gonna do find. I'm gonna find this here, and then I'm gonna give name. I'm gonna give a name, garbage name here. Okay, so when I hit enter, so it's supposed to come up with some error messages. Let's see if it's gonna come up with, if I do inum. So it doesn't find inum here. So I'm going to do find. What I'm trying to do is I'm going to find the error message. I'm trying to get the error messages. So let's see here. I'm finding the file here. Find. Let's see if there is a. Okay, so I'm gonna do find, and then I'm gonna do Linux 2. Okay. So it went through and it couldn't find this file here, Linux 2 here. Let me see if I find it in here. Let's stick with this example here. So I'm finding Linux 2 in the same working directory here, and it's giving me the error message here, right? But I don't want to see the error messages coming up on my screen here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 2 greater than /dev/null. So any error messages it has is going to filter that out here. But what I was trying to do is I was trying to find out. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to do Linux and hit enter. I'm gonna do find Linux. Oh, it needs the exact file name. Okay, so let's try this here. What I'm gonna do is I'm telling the find command to find Linux 1, Linux 1, Linux 2, Linux 3, Linux 4. Okay. So what happened here is it found Linux 1 and it didn't find anything Linux 2, 3, 4. So I got 4 error messages here. So what I don't want to see is I don't want to see these error messages on the screen here. So what I'm going to do is 2 greater than /dev/null. So what is this situation gonna give it to me? What is this gonna have? What will happen here? I explained to you, but let me see if you have understood here. So what is gonna be on screen and what is not gonna be on screen?
Only Linux 1 will be on the screen.
Yeah, very good. Everything else is usually an error message here. So usually what I'm trying to demonstrate here is when you're doing some troubleshooting here and you're searching for something or an error message comes up, there are like hundreds of lines of error messages sometimes might come up. So what you could do is there would be some good information, some error messages. So it would be difficult for you to sort through all those here. So when you use this 2 greater than sign, anything that is an error message will be filtered out. See? And this way you could tell, okay, only Linux 1 exists, the other doesn't exist. Okay? This is the use case for this. Okay. What else? Let's talk about the link. Okay, so hard link and soft link. What is let's see here. Okay, so let's talk about link. So let's see here. Let me clear this. Let me do ls. So let me type ls hyphen. Let me type stat linux 1. So what happens here is it has the detailed information about the file here. We already talked about each of these here, right? When we talked about inode.
I think we did talk about that.
Yeah. So we have this file name Linux here. If I type stat Linux here, it's gonna give me some information here. Over here, it says link 1. So a file is a link of itself, okay? So why is this a link here? Because the link is connected to the location where the file is sitting. So name and file, this is a link 1. Okay, so let's create a link for this file in some other place here, okay? So what I'm gonna do is ln let me create a directory here, mkdir Red Hat. So I created a directory name Red Hat here, okay? So should be a directory name Red Hat here. So let me clear this. I do stat linux 1. So it has one link here. So what you could do is you could create a link from this file. There would be a link in another folder here. So how I'm going to do that? ln linux, and I'm going to create a link into this folder here, Red Hat. Red Hat. Okay. And then if I hit enter, so a link is created here. So if I go into a folder Red Hat, the link is there. So if I do stat for this one, so let's compare the stat now and stat earlier. So now what it says here is, let's look at the inode number 16861998. Okay, 16861998. So in this case, this is nothing but a duplicate, and this is linked. Now this file has two links here. If I go back into the other folder here and do ls, if I do ln linux, is going to be, now it should show you no, stat. So it's going to show the same information, and because this is updated here, now it has two links here. There is a same file in this directory, and then there is a same exact copy of the file into Red Hat directory. Okay, is that clear? It's just a duplicate. But if you update one file here, another file gets updated too. Okay, so let's do cat linux. So it says that this course is Linux here. Okay, so let me add something in here. Echo updating line in this file. Okay, and then I'm going to put that into Linux. So if I do cat linux 1, so we have 2 lines in here. Okay, now let me go into the file name Red Hat, and if I do ls, and if I cat this file here, Linux, it has updated here too. So if you update from here, it's going to update the original location. If you update from the original location, it's going to update the new location here. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. I need to copy this. So ln a link is, this is a link command. Okay, a link is a duplicate copy. A link is a duplicate copy of the original copy. And it could be in multiple, it could be present in multiple locations. Okay, it also has same inode number. Okay, so the moment it has the same inode number, that means inode number is a fingerprint. It's the same exact file. Okay, it has the same inode number. Okay, and this is referred to as hard link. So I'm in the Red Hat here. Let me go back into the original place, and then I'm going to remove this original link Linux file 1 here, and hit enter. You remove a regular file, yes. Okay, so the file is removed. Okay, now the question is the file in Red Hat folder is going to be there or not? Anybody?
Well, it is there.
Okay, very good. Yeah, the file is not removed. The link, the original file is gone, but you didn't delete that file here. But at the same time, it functions as a separate file also. Okay, if the link is deleted in one location, the link copy is still available and preserved in other location. Okay. Okay. So this is called hard link. Okay, so let me copy this here. Okay, I think I covered all these here, right? So all you have to do is just worry about this. This link has two links in there, and the inode number will be the same exact inode number, okay? It has the same inode number and is referred to as hard link. Okay, so now let's work. There is another concept called for link. If there is a hard link, then there is a soft link also, okay? Soft link. So let's work on that one here. So I'm gonna create a file, touch, what I'm gonna do is touch Red Hat one. No, not Red Hat. Touch RHEL. Let's keep it simple here. Touch X file. Okay, and I'm going to do stat X file. So it has this inode number and it is telling you that this is the link here. Okay, so how are you gonna do this here? Let's copy the soft link to the folder here. So I'm gonna do ln -s. When you do -s, that means you're making a soft copy of this file here, X file, and then I'm gonna do it in Red Hat. I'm copying the file and I'm copying into the folder Red Hat, okay? And if I do stat X file, now it has so it is saying the link is only one here, so and then I do stat X file, and hit enter here. Okay. So the link here, X file, it has a different inode number here. So if you do ls-l here, what it says here is the name of the file is pointing, when you see a greater than arrow sign, then it's pointing to this file here. Okay, so that means this is a link of the file name X file. You could also have the link name as a different name here. So let's see here. If I'm doing vi X file, let me see. This is X file edited. This is Linux course. Okay, so this says it's read only, so cannot be edited. I'm gonna go back here to original file. I do ls. I'm gonna do vix file, and then I'm gonna throw some content in here. This is Linux file. This is X file. So if I do cat X file, the content is there. So let me go into Red Hat folder and do cat X file. So the content is not there here. Too many levels of symbolic link here. You know what, actually it's my bad here. When you're creating a link, you have to give it a different name actually.
Sir, I became a little confused in this soft link and hard link. I don't know. I lost somewhere.
Yeah, I it's my bad here. So let me just clear this here. Okay. Let's start all over. Okay. So I do ls here, and there is a file name X file here, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a soft link here. So you have to give the different name for the soft link. So you create ln -s and then X file, and then I'm going to create this file into different folder here, and I'm going to give X file 1. Okay. So you creating if you create a hard link, you don't put s in there. You just put like this here, and then you don't give the full different name here. So if you have to give a different name here, then it will create a file here, soft link here. So if I go cdx Red Hat, and if you do ls here, if you do ls-l, now you see here X file 1 is actually the file here. So the problem with the X file here is, what it does is it has to be a different name here. So, and also I don't think you could edit either. vix file X. I don't use this often here. This is soft link. Okay, and then you do cat X file 1. All right, so let's go back in here and do cat X file. Now it has become the different file here. cat x file 1 and okay. Cat x file 1, no such file or directory. Okay, I have to. The problem I'm facing is it should, when I do the cat for the soft link, it should read this file here as is. So let me go back in here and I do ls hyphen l file 1 x file. No such file or directory. Okay, so let's see here. Why is it not doing? I think some update might have come in here. mkdir. Soft link. It says link 1. Something has changed recently on this operating system. Give me one moment here, okay? Hold on. Why can't cat link is copies? I think it can be in the same path here. PWD. Let's do mkdir slash test. Okay, ls ln hyphen s x file, and then I'm going to copy it to test x file 1. Okay, so let's see cat x file. So the content is in there, so I'm going to go to cd slash test, and then I do ls hyphen l. So it is telling me it's a soft link, but bear with me. It says no cat file, no such file or directory is there. What the? You have a question?
No, sir. I was just saying, can I leave? I had to go somewhere. It's 10 o'clock, so maybe you can explain this tomorrow.
Yeah, I will. All right, so we're gonna stop here, and then I'll catch up. I'll find out more about this soft link, why it's giving us problem, and then we'll go from there. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye. Love it.
Thank you.